All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's me, Pat, again, doing another tech talk. I'm just kind of sitting around in my pajamas, and I was like looking at tech news. And I was like, gosh, why don't we just do a tech talk while we're at it? So we're gonna get into it here. Start off here. These are the world's worst passwords in 2014. And if your password is like this, shame on you, and it's time to change your password. So there's a whole bunch of them on here. Security is obviously something that's to be concerned with. It's obviously something that's pretty darn important, and there are definitely programs out there that can assist with it, like LastPass and OneKey and other things like that. But obviously, a strong password is always recommended. So they have ones that are like numbers, QWERTY, the first 5 on the keyboard. Any of these are pretty bad. Mustang's a bad one. Monkey, all one. Superman, Batman, trust no one with the letter 1. Yeah, I'd really try to mix mine up. I make it your own and everything. You can do variations of it. But I know it's not easy. Everything wants a password. Everything is a real pain in the neck nowadays. All right, so let's move on. NBC is going to be streaming the Super Bowl for free. That's kind of nice. It's going to be on every single channel in the world anyway, and I think it's on free local channels. But it's nice to finally see a sports game that's going to be live streamed. I don't watch too much sports, but when I like to watch sports, I don't have cable or anything. I don't bother paying for it. I always find it hard to try to live stream a game, even if it's like a radio broadcast to listen to. I always find it a pain in the neck to try to find some streaming service on it. So I'm glad that NBC is at least maybe taking a step in the right direction with this. SpaceX. Not so much $10 billion company thanks to Google. It's the reason why Google is investing in SpaceX. SpaceX, obviously, real cool stuff. Elon Musk does an awesome job with this. He's revolutionized. NASA's just, everybody kind of almost forgot about it because privately funded companies like this, I think, do a way better job. He hosted that Mars 1 mission. It's coming up here. I tried to get into it. My girlfriend wasn't too happy about it, but come on, wouldn't that be a great story? You know, your great-great-great-grandfather was one of the first people to live on another planet. I think that would be massive. I would give anything to do that. Obviously, I miss my family, but shit, who cares? So SpaceX and Google are getting together. Elon Musk was talking about space in internet on the International Space Station, and then, trying to set up some space-based internet, not for here on Earth, but for, satellites, things going on in space, and eventually his Mars 1 mission out on Mars, obviously. Google's cool with that. They want to do the same thing. They're obviously the kings of the internet there, so they are going to invest probably $1 billion towards this project with SpaceX. So I'm excited to see what will happen with it. I definitely think that we should do like the whole weather balloon thing, little like inexpensive zeppelins that have Wi-Fi, so we can get like global Wi-Fi, kind of like how Estonia and Lithuania and some of those countries do it. Internet as a human right, just like how we have local TV channels as a human right. You can get that entirely for free. You should be able to get at least basic internet for free. I'm talking like 5 megs, and in many areas of the world. And I think that's definitely coming. But I wish that Google and SpaceX would work on getting our atmosphere full of internet rather than putting it in space where there's like 10 people maybe in space, versus all the billions of us down here. So that, I suppose that's a little bit interesting. This is another article of the same thing where they do these, Google's doing these weather balloons to put ultra-wideband wireless internet in very rural areas. Next, Facebook finally is starting to get serious about your news feed. So it's going to cut down on the number of all these like fake, not necessarily satirical, but all these like fake, click on this and all your friends are checking out that. And Facebook nowadays is absolutely horrible. And I think a lot of people are just fleeing from Facebook because of how fake it is, and how fake people are, and how fake all these news ads and all this other bullcrap that gets on there. So I'm glad that finally Facebook's finally cracking down on this, but I think Facebook's really got a lot of work to do to like regain some customers. I don't think people are like dying for a Facebook account anymore, like it was when I was a teenager. It's not professional anymore. It's like you want to go creep on some girl you liked in high school, or you want to creep on your coworker or something like that. That's fine, but I think Facebook's really, really fallen off the map in terms of practical social media. CNN has got this goofy little guy here. They call it their tech correspondents. I really don't consider CNN anything tech-related news, but they did have interesting worst gadgets of CES 2015. Now, in my last Tech Talk, I expressed my vast disappointment in CES. I'm glad I didn't go. I think it was a waste. There's a lot of people that got all these sponsors and went to the show and did all these videos, and they're not going next year. They're like, this is ridiculous. I walked all over the Vegas, and all I saw was crap. And it's like the circus came to town. All these, fake headphones, and all these cheap Chinese companies that make, fake Beats headphones and fake Bose and fake all these real crap brands that are, in demand to the average consumer. But it's just like, showing up to like a local community fireworks thing, and there's those like two guys there. You go to the baseball game, and there's those guys there selling like, the cheap crappy stuff outside of the stadium, that they picked up from some junk Chinese website for $1, and they're selling it for $20. You get like a glow necklace or something. I feel like CES is a lot of that, unfortunately, and it's really not about all this new innovative tech like it used to be. So they said there was a lot of this, knockoff product and peddling. They said there were things like strap-on, like feet hammocks for like if you're sitting at a desk like I am, and you want to put your feet up but you don't have anything under there. You can like get this little $20 hammock that sits under there. So I think that was pretty lame. There was one other thing on there, but I couldn't remember. But they talk about the world's worst things at CES. Google Glass, they stopped their production, not selling it anymore. One, I think it was way too expensive. $1,500 is a lot of money for glasses, especially with a person like me. I can't really use Google Glass because I can't see out of the damn things, and I can't put them over my glasses. If I didn't have glasses, or if I wore contacts, might be a different story. Even used, there's really no used market for them. It was, I guess they finally pulled the plug on that project. I'm a little disappointed because I think they could have gone places with it, but definitely got this bad rap, and all these real, techie elite people would buy them, and then, go into movie theaters, and they didn't allow them in movie theaters, and then they didn't allow them in restaurants, and then they got this whole glass hole, asshole stigma to it, and eventually it fell apart. So I'm a little disappointed that they gave up on it. I know Google has 10 million different projects going on, so hopefully they come back and they do something better. I don't know what they're planning to do with it, but maybe I can pick up a used pair now. So I've never gotten a chance to use one. That's definitely something that I'm interested in using. But that's basically all for the tech news. I didn't find too much out there today. Nothing that really impressed me very much. Just a couple things here and there. I was just kind of sitting here and figured, hey, let's do a tech talk. I'm trying to get back in the swing of making videos after a hectic last week for me. So there it is, guys. If you think I missed something, if there's any websites, tech websites that you take a look at, that you think I should take a look at to help get some of my tech stuff going, please let me know in the comments. I'd like to incorporate that. If you're interested in maybe joining me on the show or something like that, I'm also working at bringing on some special guests to start a little discussion. And rather than just you guys hearing me ramble, we can hear some other people ramble about other technology. So, as usual, like it if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Make sure to leave those comments in the section below. And we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks.